Hello and welcome to today's Just Chopsing Podcast. And today we're back with a vampire, Mark Christopher Lee, the best Dracula ever. How you doing, Mark?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, we've been looking forward to it, man. We promised to get you back. I mean, it's been a while.
I just had a curry. It wasn't corned beef, but it was...
No, you remember that.
It was a good one.
The best corned beef curry. How was your White Noise Christmas?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Since then, I've had one more album banned by Spotify.
Cool.
It was called Daniel Ek is Not the Antichrist. It's just a very naughty boy.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a bit of a joke, a bit of a play on Monty Python, Life of Brian.
Yeah.
But they didn't take it that way. They thought it was offensive. So.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
They banned it, so there you go.
That's really weird, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh well. Life goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, Spotify are a bit funny lately, I think.
I think so, yeah. Well,
I think they're getting a bit touchy because they're getting slated all the time.
yeah, they're losing a lot of subscribers as it is.
Are they?
Yeah. Well, you can get music free on YouTube and other places, and I guess there's the whole thing, and that music not being valued, and people want to spend their money elsewhere, which I understand, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Anyway, let's not get depressed. Keep it upbeat.
So, what have you been up to, mate? I see the Nub TV in the background.
Yeah, we've basically Nub is the name of my record label, which we started back in 2005, and we've always wanted to do this. Had this concept of a TV show where we mix our new music with the paranormal and UFOs. So we finally got around to doing it. I drew up a wish list of people I would like to interview on the show, and most of them came through, which is brilliant. So got some great guests.
What about us?
Yeah, he's not normal. He's not paranormal, but he's definitely not normal.
Okay, yeah, all right. Thanks for that. Well, we got Uri Geller, who was good fun.
Yeah.
And we had Yvette Fielding from Most Haunted. She was lovely.
Cool.
Have you done all the recordings already, have you?
Oh, yeah. It's going out.
Oh, I can't believe you never invited us.
Yeah, going out this. Hopefully there'll be more series. That's the plan. And we're already starting to plan the second series. So.
Okay, that's cool. Was it like a pilot series, or no? They only do one show as a pilot, don't they?
Yeah, no, we did a series a few years back in London, and we didn't really have control of it, and it was quite glitzy, the 80s, and it was a bit of an 80s throwback, and we had a couch and a presenter, Steve Blackmore, who was very good from ex-Old Grey Whistle Test.
Yeah,
and we had lots of famous music guests. We had Joan Armour Trading, and we had Paul Hardcastle.
Yeah.
All great people. I had a great time, but it's not what I wanted. I envisaged Nub TV. Nub TV is a bit Wayne's World. It's a bit X-Files. There's two of us just chatting about music videos. A bit like Beavis and Butthead. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How did you get into that then?
Paranormal stuff.
How did you manage to swing that then?
I didn't manage. I don't know. It's just I get an idea and I always kind of make it happen, and that's. I don't have loads and loads of money. It's not that. It's just I think if you have an idea and the belief and determination, you can do most things in life.
Yeah.
And that's
Well, that's it for us, Dave. We need to get on Sky TV.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Move Just Chops into Sky.
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know. I wouldn't have a clue how to approach him, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, the way we've done it is slightly different. So we've kind of paid for airtime to go on.
Oh, okay.
But we get the advertising back. I mean, the idea is we get it on air, people like it.
Yeah.
And then we try and sell it on, I guess.
Okay.
That's the plan. But by doing that, we've got full editorial control over it. So we've got no one saying,
how much does that cost you then?
Of course, I can't say.
Obviously a lot.
I don't know. It's about the same as my electricity bill.
All right, okay.
Oh, it's not that much because you're still living in a field, or not?
Yeah, the field's still there. Yeah.
Chopping down the trees for free wood.
Actually, we do have a lot of trees for wood, actually. It'd be good to put a wood burner in, I think.
I'm surprised you haven't done that yet. That's the price of gas.
I know, we should do. I mean, we don't have gas where we are because we're in the middle of nowhere.
You got oil, have you?
We got oil, yeah. So,
oil's coming down, isn't it?
well, we'll see.
It's about 95 quid a barrel now, I think.
Is it? Wow. Well, there you go.
So how was it working with? Because I saw you. You did the national anthem with Uri Geller for Uri Geller's Island.
Well, this is it, because I met him on the TV show, because he was one of my main wish list people to have on the show, because I first saw him on what's his name, Arthur C. Clarke's Mysterious World. I don't remember that TV series.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was brilliant. It got me into UFOs and all sorts. And he was on that, one of the episodes. And I really liked him. And so I just sent him a message, really, saying, I'm doing this show. Would you like this? I said, yeah, of course.
Oh, did you have to pay him?
No, not at all. No. He's a lovely guy. And then we became friends after that. And
that's cool.
Been helping him out with his music. And like you say, he's done this island, Lamb Island.
Yeah. In
Scotland, made it its own nation, done a national anthem, and we've helped release it and helping them. We're actually a bit of an exclusive. We're actually going to enter Eurovision as Lamb Island.
Awesome. Yeah. That is mint. That is awesome. I love that.
He's already got his own football team, which is planning to try and enter in the Euros. I mean, it's all.
Is the island big enough to put a football field on?
It's the size of a football field. No,
it is it?
Yeah, they're playing in North Berwick. So there's a team in North Berwick that's now become Lamb Island international team.
That's class.
Okay.
That's brilliant. I reckon that's awesome.
It is funny. But I mean, he's doing it all for charity, to be fair. It's not like...
Yeah.
Well, you need to have a word with him, because I tried to buy a thing. I went to the website and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried to buy my citizenship.
Yeah.
And my bank refused it.
Really?
Yeah, they flagged it off. So your payment didn't go through.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Yeah.
I'll have to get one for you.
Yeah, well, I tried to just get Just Chopsing on there, Just Chopsing Podcast as a citizen.
Yeah, you should do, yeah.
And because I saw there were some famous people already signed up on there.
Yeah, we've got Stephen Fry, which is really good.
Yeah. Was Peter Andre one of them as well?
Peter Andre, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. He's a lovely guy.
I thought I saw his name on the list.
Yeah, he's good friends with Uri Geller as well, so...
Oh, is he?
Okay.
Well, yeah, he was a fascinating guy to interview, because he was telling me about his John Lennon UFO story,
Yeah.
And that's really good, basically, because him and John Lennon used to live near each other in New York. John Lennon was in the Dakota building where he was later shot. But he phoned Uri in the middle of the night saying, you have to help me. I've just had this close encounter. The spaceship's come in my room, there's bright lights everywhere, and this alien came out.
You'll go.
He gave me a rock, gave me his golden rock. So Uri went to meet up with him, and John gave Uri this rock, this golden rock. It was a bit like metal. And he's still got it in his museum in Israel, but he won't let it be tested.
It's probably gold. There's a golden rock. It fell out of one of Yoko Ono's teeth, probably.
Or melted down his Rolls Royce. Yeah. But no, he doesn't want to, not believe John, so he won't get it tested. And UFO people have asked him to do it, but.
I agree with all that. It's a bit like Loch Ness and all that, where people try and disprove it and all that. I disagree with all that sort of stuff.
It's really easy to I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? I have an open mind about everything, really, and I'm a bit skeptical, but a true skeptic has an open mind and not close themselves off to other possibilities, and that's where I differ, really, because I come from a science background. But then I look at UFOs and I think, well, nowadays it's not really conspiracy theory. It's more mainstream. There's something out there. The US government has admitted there's stuff out there that they don't know what it is in their airspace, and saying it's not theirs. So either it's some other power's secret technology, or it's from elsewhere. Whether elsewhere is another dimension from the future or extraterrestrials, who knows? I don't know.
Maybe it's the Russians that Trump has employed to spy on everyone.
Yeah, or maybe. Yeah, I mean, the Russians, it could be. I wouldn't trust the Russians. I wouldn't trust the Chinese. I mean, I wouldn't trust the Americans either. So,
you don't trust many people, do you?
not those in power, no. I mean, the other thing with the UFO thing, which I found out, is like the technology that me and you use now, what the military has is 30, 40 years in advance of what we've got.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There could well be these anti-gravity machines. They could, in fact, be reverse engineered from a downed craft from Roswell And that could be the only one that's ever happened. And then they've used that technology to develop their own, and it could be secret. I mean, I don't know if you heard recently, there's this photograph released, the Calvine in Scotland. Have you seen it? It's like a diamond.
All right.
It's the best UFO photo there's ever been, and it was hidden away by the MOD. But some guys just released it, and it's an amazing picture. But we still don't know what it is. It's some unidentified craft. It's diamond shaped. It's got no obvious means of propulsion. So I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah. Weird.
Weird. Yeah. That's what I like.
Yeah. I'm always fascinated.
And the other great guests, well, we had loads of great guests, but we had Yvette Fielding, Most Haunted. So you must have seen that before.
Yeah, well, she was on with Derek, what's his name, wasn't she?
Yeah, Derek, yeah. I mean, I'm not talking about Derek Akora, but Yvette Fielding is very genuine, and she was telling us all about the show and stuff, and the stuff that was so scary that happened to her on that show that she actually quit at one stage.
Okay.
She was getting hurt and worried about, not surviving it. So she actually, I'm going to quit. I can't take this.
Did she quit after that episode with Derek shouting, "I love Dick"? She had a nose for a joint there.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there are some genuine kind of mediums out there, and I'm sure there are more quite showbiz ones.
Yeah, he was really showbiz. Is he still? He's dead, isn't he?
No,
passed away.
Yeah,
he passed away.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought it's all right.
A while ago. Yeah.
So,
I wouldn't be able to do all that anyway. For the shits at me.
Really?
Oh yeah, all that, the UFOs and stuff I'd be okay with, but like ghosts and spooks and all that sort of stuff, I feel like we had a lad on before, Luke Short, who's quite local to me actually.
Oh yeah.
And he's in a band, and he was telling us a story about one that he sort of like had, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. He drove home, didn't he, from Cornwall, because he's seen something in a mirror. I can feel the fucking ears on the back of my neck already.
Yeah, mirrors. I don't look into mirrors late at night. It's just
no, I say it, innit?
Yeah.
There was something to do with it. He was staying in a hotel in Torquay, I think it was.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And he was in this room.
It wasn't Basil Salty, was it?
Yeah, no, it might have been, yeah. It was the Major. But he said he was in this room and something opened the door.
Yeah.
An inside door. And he closed it, and he thought he'd done it himself. Because he went out of the room for a coffee, and he went like did you see he went onto the balcony or something, Dave?
He was on a bottom floor, wasn't he? But it was the doors went open
like a terrace or
yeah. But then he said he looked in the mirror and he seen something in the mirror, and that was it. Then he rang his missus and said, "I'm coming home."
Yeah. And he drove straight home. He was there on business, and he just got in his car and left.
Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning or something. He's
like, "I'm not staying here."
That's pretty cool. I'll tell you what, something happened to me. I've just been on holiday to Great Yarmouth, to Suffolk, and I'll show you the picture actually. I went to a place called the Toll House Jail in Great Yarmouth. And it's an old 15th, 16th century jail, basically, where they used to not treat people very nicely.
Yeah, probably hang them as well, I expect.
Yeah, and I took some pictures. I mean, can't really see, can you? But I'll show you the
Put my book up to see if I could block the bird's noise, but.
So I've got this picture here. I don't know if you can see. There's a band going across. That's in the prison cell. I didn't see that at the time. I was only flicking through it later, and I don't know what it is. And I went down to try and debunk it.
Yeah.
And think if it's a lie or something, and I couldn't recreate it.
Oh, okay.
And I showed it to the manager and said, "Yeah, there's lots of stuff happens here, and it's caught on CCTV."
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
You should get him on and make a program out of that.
Well, yeah, no, they do paranormal nights there, I guess. So I definitely think there's something. I don't know what it is, and how you explain it. The veil between this world and is it? Because time, what we think is time is as moving forward and things like that. But time, physicists are now saying is all states of time exist at the same time, past, present, and future. So it could be different time things overlapping.
Mm.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. I've heard that before, though.
Yeah. So I think
that sort of theory, to be honest.
Oh, there's this stone tape theory, which is like these places, like stone places, hold memories and replay them. Yeah. Theory as well.
What about your dreams? What do you think about them?
Dreams? Well, I don't know. I mean, your subconscious is powerful.
Do you think when you're in a dream that it's actually your other person?
No, I haven't heard that before. That sounds weird.
Yeah, sometimes I think if because they say sometimes like if you're in past, present, future at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be another part of your life that you're in when you're in a dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Oh, I'd say the guy in my dream does a lot better than I do. I know that much.
Yeah.
he's up round Katie Price's when Peter Andre's out.
No comment.
Allegedly.
Peter Andre.
So with the other guys you got coming on Nub TV then? You said about Uri Geller and...
we've got Yvette Fielding. We've got the first episode on 1st of September. It's a guy called Nick Pope, who's used to run the UK government's UFO desk.
Okay.
Events. He's been billed as the UK's Fox Mulder. And he lives in America now, but he knows his stuff. And he reckons that the US government knows everything. It's just holding it back and kind of drip feeding it a little bit to get the public used to it. But it's trying to also veil it as a threat, as the Americans like doing. So, they can get more arms and get more funding for stuff. I think that's the way they're doing it, making out the extraterrestrial presence as a threat to security. Whereas in fact, that's just complete bollocks, because they probably could have wiped us out a long time ago if that was true. So
yeah, well, yeah, if it's true and they've got the technology, like you said, they'd be able to wipe out the planet, wouldn't they?
Well, this is it. Yeah. I know. Or maybe we're all hybrids anyway. That's another thing, isn't it? So.
Well, that was like because I've read stuff about David Icke stuff, and he believes like the royal family are descendants of lizard creatures, aren't they?
Reptilian shapeshifters, and when no one's looking, they're turning into these big 6 foot tall lizards.
Yeah.
I mean, I think David Icke is very interesting chap, very knowledgeable, and I think that whole reptilian shapeshifting thing puts a lot of people off some of the legitimate stuff that he says, really. And I don't know if that's on purpose, because he's an intelligent guy. I don't know why he does that. And some people saying he's anti-Semitic. And by saying reptilians, what he means is Jewish people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
So the Rothschilds and things like that, because he does say that. So there's quite a few countries that banned him on that basis, that he's anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting chat. Bit of a dodgy goalkeeper, I think. But... Was
he mates with Prince?
Was he?
I don't know. I think so. He loved purple, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't mates with Terry Wogan. I remember the Wogan interview. But no, seriously. I mean, recently he's had quite a lot of interesting things to say, and how we're all just energy and just consciousness, and then we need to raise our vibrations to get to a higher level. And what we have experienced here as a reality is not. It's just one part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, my mum always believed that, to be honest.
Yeah, so I think that's quite interesting. He does have some good stuff to say, but you've got to, when he starts going down into the whole lizards and conspiracies and stuff like that, it gets a bit depressing, and it gets a bit kind of going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, it can get a bit weird, really.
It does a bit, yeah.
But
then there are like loads of stuff that can't be explained, even like the pyramids and stuff. How did they manage to build that? I know you could say, they had like 1 billion slaves or whatever.
Yeah, but that's rubbish, because if you're going to do a similar project nowadays, you would have so much equipment, technology to do it. You wouldn't be able to do it. You wouldn't have enough manpower to be able to do it. And they say, it's just slaves and chicken bones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bollocks, because it's so precise.
Yeah.
How they built them. You can't get a human hair between the bricks. And it's so precise. And yeah, we don't know. I'm sure there's bits of history that's lost and we don't know. People will come along and try to say, this happened, but they don't know. And I think the pyramids are a lot older than we think they are. You can't carbon date stone.
Well, they try to, because a lot of it has been water eroded.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing as well, especially around the Sphinx and stuff like that.
Because they think the Sphinx head was built on later, don't they?
Yeah. And they think there's some secret hall of records below the Sphinx, which might hold various records from Atlantis and things like that. There's lots of interesting theories around.
Yeah, because I mean, like you said, they were. I mean, not only were they precisely built, but they were very precisely placed as well.
Absolutely,
You know, everything lines up in the stars and
line up to Orion's belt, which for some reason, why did they do that?
Yeah,
and it was so precisely lined up that 20,000 years ago would have been lined up, whereas now it's slightly out because of precession and the way the stars have shifted.
Yeah,
Interesting stuff. But I think we underestimate past civilizations, I think.
Or maybe they're actually part of the future.
It could be. Because like you got Ra, maybe he was an alien and he came from outer space and...
Well, that is one theory, isn't it? It could be. And there was one Egyptian king called Akhenaten, and he's really weird looking. Try and find a picture of him. He's got really big oval eyes, like an alien, and he's got an elongated head.
Also like an alien.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and there's pictures of him, and he came into power, and he banned all the other gods. There was just one god, Ra, the sun god, and that was it. And he became a monotheistic religion. And then I can't remember, one of his sons was Tutmosis, where that's the Old Testament Moses.
Okay.
So that's where he came from, and that's why they think Judaism was the first kind of monotheistic religion, carrying on from the Egyptians. Yeah, it's all interesting stuff. We're getting quite deep.
I reckon, yeah. See, it could actually be linked to the future then, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We might be looking at it totally the wrong way.
Yeah.
Thinking, why are we looking at this from I can't get my words out now. As if it's from the past, you know, when actually it should be from the future.
Well, yeah, you got quantum physicists that are saying that particles can go forward in time, but they can also go back in time. So why can't we do the same level? Why can't consciousness?
You don't want to get stuck in that chamber like Jeff Goldblum did in The Fly.
That
was teleportation, was
there.
Right, you still wanted to go somewhere, didn't he?
It's funny you said that, because I stopped at a station the other day on the way to Norwich. It was called Brundle. I was like, Brundle Fly.
No way.
Yeah, I know you mentioned that. That's weird. It was a good film.
That was a good film, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah. Second one was Panto. With Eric Stoltz. That was pretty poor, wasn't it? The first one was brilliant.
There's no Jeff Goldblum.
No, definitely not. I watched the film the other day. I don't know if you've seen it. I think it was might have been on Amazon, called Moonfall.
I haven't heard of it, no.
Yeah, it was good. It's got Halle Berry in it, and basically the moon is shifted slightly out of Earth's orbit.
Okay.
And then they say that it's like a megastructure, or it is a megastructure, artificial megastructure.
Well, yeah, I mean that's an interesting possibility, because some people do think the moon was placed there because if you look at the eclipses that we get, the moon is in exactly the right place for it to happen. And the chances of that being there accidentally or just coincidentally are very, very remote. So it's like someone's placed it in that exact place.
What do you think about being hollow?
Well, yeah, because you've got the rocks that land on the moon and do the craters and stuff like that. And the reason why they do is because there's a hard surface, and underneath it, they don't know what's underneath that. That's why the craters are in so deep, because they can't go that far down. So that's one of the theories that, maybe it is metal. Maybe it's like a Death Star thing.
Yeah, it's got its own source of power and stuff. I'd never heard of that before, so I found the film. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who haven't watched it.
Yeah, but you think how important the moon is in the development of a human life or all life, just by being in the right place, how it affects the seasons and the tides and things like that, which aided evolution. I mean, is that just a coincidence? Maybe the ancient aliens placed it there.
Yeah,
maybe.
The ancient aliens from the future.
Who knows, isn't it?
Well, this is the thing. Maybe the aliens that we're seeing in spacecraft, it's just us from the future. That's
it could be that. That's another theory.
Oh man, now we're getting.
Yeah, and then there's the theories. There's a secret base in Antarctica.
There's lots of bases everywhere in there. What was that one you said, Dave?
There's the New World Order in it. They believe they got a headquarters underneath Denver Airport.
Are they?
Said, yeah, that's what they've said. So this is the new.
I don't know who the fuck wants to go to Denver.
I know, and the Illuminati are sort of like sponsoring it and behind it as well.
We had a guest on actually called Rob Howells, who's written a book on the Illuminati, and he was quite interesting.
Mm.
And he reckons they do exist. I'm a bit more skeptical, really, because I'm more of the cock-up theory history than there is this big conspiracy. But I don't know the way we're going with the cashless society and more control and.
Well, I was going to ask. Yeah, I was going to mention that actually.
You're not going to come out with a crypto coin again, you?
No,
that's what you've been talking about crypto coins for the last month.
Well, you look out there. I mean, I don't get too down the rabbit hole, but you got the World Economic Forum out there, which kind of guides all the world's leaders on where the world's going. And they're already saying, we want everyone to own nothing and they'll still be happy. And they want that through implants. So you're basically paying, but there'll be no more smartphones. It'll all be controlled by your eye or glasses in implant somewhere. And that will give you access to everything. But that's a scary world when someone owns that technology and has that control over you and can switch it off.
Well, that's what Elon Musk is afraid of, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, but that's, unfortunately, that's where we're heading. I mean, that's not a conspiracy theory. That's probably going to be a reality.
Yeah.
I want to keep, free society, cash, people having, cultural differences, having national differences, regional differences. That will all be erased, and we'll all be kind of just, I don't know, some sort of kind of robots that are just renting everything and just being happy with our gadgets. And I don't know.
Well, we're pretty much like that already.
Possibly, yeah.
Aren't we?
Yeah, and that's why people like me need to make crap TV, take people's minds off the.
That's all about.
People like us. People like us.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
Never laugh about it, right?
Yeah, but where do you think blockchain technology? What do you think about it? I mean, is it really going to be like a cashless society, or I mean, the whole demographic is supposed to be that it's decentralized, but it's it appears to be so tightly linked to the US stock market.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
And
all ultimately leads back to BlackRock. Have you heard of BlackRock?
Yeah. And what's the other one?
So BlackRock's the main parent company, which owns most of the stock and equity in the world now.
Yeah, they got another sister company as well.
Yeah,
I can't think what it's called. BlackRock, and I think it begins with a V. I can't remember anyway, but yeah.
But BlackRock controls everyone's investments, and it's run by a AI generated computer called Aladdin.
Is it?
Yeah, and that tells you what stocks to buy when and things like that, and everyone uses it now, and they say that's kind of taking over the world bit by bit.
Well, yeah, it owns the majority shares in like all the big companies, doesn't it?
But this AI generated computer is making all the decisions, not humans.
Oh, I didn't know it was a computer. I knew it was a company. I thought there was like 6 or 7 people in charge.
Yeah. Larry Fink is the main guy.
Yeah, Larry Fink. Yeah.
Which is quite funny when I'm a big Neil Young fan, but when he protested against Spotify taking his music off and trying to make this holier than thou thing, his back catalogue's all owned by BlackRock anyway, ultimately.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It was not many people knew that. He didn't like being called out about it, but it was like, okay.
Oh, right. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I actually, to be honest, I only found out about them not long ago.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That BlackRock thing, and it's quite scary, really, when you look into it. I mean, I didn't realize it was AI.
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, I mean, the thing is with me, I'm quite curious about what's going on. I do look into things, but then I think, oh no, I just want to focus on what I want the world to be, not what it's
becoming.
Scenario precisely. And then you go down the rabbit hole and start turning into conspiracy loon.
Yeah.
You do, don't you? And I've got friends that do it. It's like, I don't want to do.
Yeah, because like David just said about the crypto thing. I mean, I started reading about one the other day, like that PivX. And that was started by, I can't remember the guy's name now, but he did Dent or something. And just the way things evolve, and he doesn't like the way things are going, he's like, right, I'm going to leave that one now, start a new one. He started this PivX, and now he's starting another one called Veil.
Oh, right, okay.
So he's left PivX.
Sure.
So I don't really understand what's going on there with all this decentralization thing. doesn't really seem to be decentralized at the moment.
It doesn't, does it? No. It's still people having power over other people, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah, well, do you follow it at all?
I don't know. I don't understand it. I mean, I did do an album called Bitcoins in the Fountain recently. And I wrote a song called NFT, No Fucking Talent. That's the limit of my knowledge. But yeah, I do understand some of it, and I think it is a scary world. But and the fact that you've got the metaverse as well, and that there's more and more stuff going on to there.
Yeah, and that's all weird, and all this like Decentraland and all this nonsense.
Yeah.
Where people are buying imaginary flipping stocks, not stocks, but buildings and stuff.
Yeah, real estate.
Real estate. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word.
I mean, I guess the ultimate idea is that you become half computer, half human, and that's what the World Economic Forum keeps going on about, and can upload your consciousness to. I mean, it sounds like an X-Files episode, doesn't it? But
yeah,
that's where we're heading, I think. But I don't
think we'll see it in our lifetime.
No, I think the aliens are going to come and save us from this crap.
I hope so.
Yeah, we'll have a nice.
They might fucking squash us with a few more pyramids. Just drop. Maybe that's where they came from. Just fucking drop them on people. Like, we'll have enough of them. Drop a few pyramids on them.
But there is this. I don't know if you heard of it. It's called CE5. It's a movement called Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind.
Okay.
And there's this famous UFO expert called Dr. Stephen Greer. I think he's a doctor of bad backs or something, but he's quite an interesting, a proper doctor, an interesting chap. And he's saying that we can all do this CE5 thing by contacting aliens. We can just meditate, focus on where we are in the world, on the planet, send out your thoughts to space, right? Okay, serious. And then ask them to come, make an appearance. And he says it works, and there's videos of people doing it all together, and they're summoning spacecraft to their gatherings and things like that. And I've tried it once, but I didn't have any success.
That's a bit like doing
the best part about it is you have to buy an app, which costs.
I was going to say that sounds like a bit like doing the Indian rain dance. But if you've got to buy an app, then you're screwed, didn't you?
You have to buy it. But I've bypassed that, and there's other people out there not charging to do it, so you can. It is a legitimate thing, but he's trying to make some money out of it, I think.
Yeah. Maybe that's what Abby Bella done. Perhaps she joined the app to get her boyfriend. You never know.
She might have.
She's changed her name now, hasn't she? I noticed on her accounts and stuff. Yeah, I think she was having a lot of trouble.
Yeah, well, she's still got the alien boyfriend.
Yeah, but she's changed her name, hasn't she? She's not Abby Bella anymore. I don't know whether perhaps she was being bullied and trolling and being trolled.
Well, she was being trolled, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe she's got rid of some of those and changed her name. So I won't mention what her new name is.
No.
Yeah, there's some assholes out there in there that just, what's the matter with people, innit? They just.
There is assholes out there.
It's sad, isn't it? Just really sad. Really, really sad. I don't get them.
Just live and let live, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Too right.
If you're not hurting anybody, then it doesn't matter, does it?
Treat people nicely. Be kind. That's my motto.
Yeah. That's it, innit? No, I'm with you on that. What was Uri Geller like? I've always been quite intrigued by him, because I remember him from when I was a kid. In like the 80s, when he was bending spoons and stuff like that.
He's amazing. I mean, he's 77. He looks great. He's so active. Right. He doesn't have a PR company or anything. He does it all himself, and he's always getting in the news and stuff. And he does it all just to raise money for this charity.
Yeah, that's good.
Heart. And obviously he doesn't need it. He says money doesn't motivate him. So I mean, it's a lovely chat. For instance, after the interview that I did for our show, he messaged me, and I told him I had kids, and obviously he's got kids, and he made them all a message. Did a video message of him bending a spoon in the museum.
No way.
Okay.
Oh, it's just Justin Bieber's spoon there now. It was really nice, and he did one again recently for Kathleen, my eldest. It was her birthday. They did a nice message. It's little things like that, didn't have to do and didn't ask him.
No, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, I remember the last time we had John, we asked you to get us a guest.
Who's the best guest that you guys have had on?
You.
Oh yeah, apart from me. He's the most interesting.
You are.
All right. Yeah, but you've had some cool people on. I mean, I wonder has anyone got similar?
I don't know. Do you know what it is? I mean, some guests I feel really, really relaxed with. I mean, I never get really I don't get starstruck or anything like that. I mean, I never have, even since I was a kid, you know. But some people you can feel really relaxed with, and for some reason I always feel really relaxed when I talk to you. So okay,
that's nice.
It's like, you know, what do you reckon, Dave?
Yeah, definitely. I can imagine you'd be good at your. I'm looking for. I haven't got Sky, so I need to try and find a way of watching your interviews. Yeah, I imagine you relax the person who's being interviewed as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'll send you the episodes over. It's fine.
Oh, cool.
Not a problem. It's going to go online at some stage, so
yeah,
like all these things do. Oh no, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it always ends up on YouTube, doesn't it?
And well, you want to get on Amazon, you might get a couple of quid for it as well.
Yeah, it's going to go on Amazon. That's the thing.
Yeah, good.
We're going to do that. So
don't Netflix want it?
Well, this is the thing. It's easier said than done. If anyone's out there that can help, it's because there's me and my business partner Guy, there's my wife. There's three of us that run a record label, film company, TV company. So I'm also making a film as well at the moment, but we're doing it all ourselves.
Yeah.
And music world, I know pretty much everyone. I can get in most stores, know a lot of people. The TV and film, I don't know. Well, obviously, I got this way into Sky, which has been good. But I don't know. It's all new, so I don't know where to network.
I don't know. Maybe we can ask Adam Leader.
Please. Yeah. Okay. That'd be helpful.
Adam Leader. We had Adam Leader on. He's in a band, and
done a film as well, hasn't he?
He's made 3 movies now, hasn't
he? Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. It's just because I can do it all myself, but it's like. Got to put it out somewhere and want someone to buy it really and run with it really.
I don't know if you'll buy it, but
develop the concept really.
Yeah. Because he just made one about that German guy that was eating people.
Oh, the cannibal guy.
Yeah. His latest movie was about him.
Oh wow.
So yeah, he's a bit out there. Like he's good, but
Well, we're doing one on the 30-second song movie. It's called, about the 30-second song, where it's taken us from a mad idea to Guinness World Records. Because now we've had about 8 or 9 world records now.
Yeah.
Since we did this, and by the end of September, we'll hold 3 different world records. We're the most prolific band of all time. So we've released 75 albums are released. Okay, so Guinness will recognise that. We've got the most tracks on an album, which is 1,000, beating our own record of 456. And then the other one with the world's longest song we did.
Yeah, 48 hours, wasn't it?
No, that was the record, and then we broke it again. Oh. Some twat came along, broke our 48-hour song by 2 minutes. So it's 48 hours and 2 minutes.
What Bob Dylan was it?
No, it was some idiot. So what I did this time, I thought, oh, fuck this, I'm going to raise the bar. So it's like 5.5 days long.
Smash it. It's a way to do it.
It's a tedious listen, but it's just to prove it. But the point is like, you get these bad ideas, you just got to do them. Life's too short not to do them.
Yeah.
Because I just regret it. Why didn't I do that? I'm sure one day one of these mad ideas will make me rich.
Yeah, I keep saying that as well. My ideas are not quite as mad as yours, but
that's the thing about Yvette Fielding was telling me about Most Haunted. They put all her and her husband Carl, who's on the program as well, they put their life savings into doing a pilot, which they did, and they spent ages trying to get someone to take it on board, and they had meeting after meeting. They were told, "Oh, you're making TV trash, and this is not what we want on British TV." And it's like, eventually, someone took a punt on it and said, "Give me 30 of those episodes." Yeah. But they kept going. They could have given up. They put everything into it, but they just backed themselves and kept believing.
Well, popular, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It got popular in the end, but do you think that was more from bringing that Derek in, or?
No, I just think it was really popular.
It was quite new at the time. No one had done it before, and it was.
Yeah, I also, yeah.
by moving around to different locations every week, and it just made it interesting. I always liked it. I mean, always, you know, Yvette was quite dramatic with
and then it was really cheesy.
He was, yeah. But it wasn't just, he was on a few of the series, but it wasn't just him. There was different people on as well, and there was some better psychics, and they had a really good skeptical guy, Kieran, who I always really liked, and he was like the science guy, and he would say, well, actually, it could be, you know, pressure of the air and stuff, and and drafts and stuff, which I think you need that balance, really.
Yeah.
I think that's really good.
A debunker.
You've got to debunk yourself sometimes.
Definitely. Definitely.
But with the TV show as well, my co-presenter Guy, he's actually had a close encounter, and he talks about it on the show, and it's some late night thing, and saw an orb thing, and had a visitation from an alien, and I believe him. You know, he's not making it up. So he lived at the time in a place near Warminster, and there was a famous UFO flat over Warminster, because it's all near the MOD down in Salisbury Plain. So
it could be.
Did you ever get back in touch with that? Was he an MP? That guy you told us about?
Which guy was that? Okay.
Oh, he was having sex with aliens. That was it.
Oh God, yeah, no, it's the councillor, wasn't it, in Scarborough?
Councillor.
Yeah.
It was the councillor in Scarborough, and let me find his name for you, because he is a funny guy.
Did you ever chat to him?
I didn't. I should do, shouldn't I? Yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
I did write it down. It's probably my book.
Scarborough Councillor UFO man. My mother is a green alien. I'll send you a link. Simon Parks.
Oh yeah, that was him. Yeah, Parks.
Yeah. Let me.
What other conspiracy theories you got, Dave?
Oh, what have I written down here then? Elvis.
What do you think about Elvis? What do you think he's still alive? Is he?
He can be alive now, is he?
Not now, but
no, it's true. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he's about 80 now, isn't he? 90?
I don't know about the Elvis one. I think. Have you heard about the Paul McCartney one?
Oh yeah, they reckon he was dead.
Switched him.
He switched, but he was and there was an imposter came in. But
I don't believe that.
The secret messages in the Beatles songs that refer to that. I think that's bollocks, but
but that's just like playing Iron Maiden songs backwards, isn't it? And you know what I mean?
Yeah, I wrote a song called "If You Play This Song Backwards, It Will Sound Shit."
It might fuck your stylus up.
That's right.
What about Diana then? Because it's coming up to her anniversary shortly, isn't it?
That's an odd one, because Uri Geller is good friends with Mohammed Al Fayed.
Right. Okay.
So he was coming from that angle, and he's also was good friends with Michael Jackson before he died. I'm sure there's something odd about his death as well, I think. Whether it was just covered up because they were trying to make him tour and he wasn't well, and it was giving them all sorts of drugs to keep him going. It was pretty sick, really, what they did. But the Diana one, I mean, there's a lot of conspiracies out there, isn't it? That she died in France, and the place where she died was quite a kind of pagan kind of place, wasn't it? And it was like a sacrifice to the pagan gods in Paris. Or was it just a drunk French guy? I don't know.
Yeah. Always the royal family involved in it, and trying to bump her off.
Yeah, because one of the theories was she was pregnant with Dodi's.
Yeah.
You know how racist the royal family could be.
Yeah, they could be. Yeah.
So there is that, I guess. But would they really go to that length?
Well, you don't know, do you?
No, I mean,
look at Henry VIII.
Yeah, they've always covered up all this stuff, haven't they? They've always kind of, Henry VIII, absolutely.
Just never know what's going on.
He was bumping them off all the time, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I think Queen Mother was involved with something. You know, she had a mad sister or something they locked away.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know, so they do stuff like that, don't they?
Yeah.
And also, Prince Philip's will won't be released, will it, for another 99 years or something, because the Guardian newspaper took one to court to try and get the will released.
Did they?
All right.
Yeah, because they're not allowed to release it, so we don't know who's got what. But the idea behind that, obviously, illegitimate kids have got stuff which they don't want anyone to know about.
Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me. So maybe there was.
Yeah.
Well, they're only human as well, aren't they? So they've.
Well, I mean, she made the royal family look bad, didn't she? Because she was kind and she was willing to give her time to people that were kind of stigmatized a lot and willing to do a lot for charity. And she was messed up as well. Had health problems, mental health problems, bulimia. People related to her, and she made the royal family look so bad.
Yeah. I liked her. I did. She's
the
only one at the Royals I've ever liked. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. She was definitely different.
Didn't like Andrew then, Dave?
No. Not a fan.
Back to my Suffolk holiday. I was staying in this village called Kessingland, again in Suffolk.
Yeah.
And the church there, Church of England Church, had an open day on the bell tower. So me and my wife Claire went along, walked up it, and the guy was giving the tour. Here's the bell, and this one's called Andrew after the youngest son. He wasn't very impressed. I don't want to call it Andrew anymore.
Yeah. Even
the staunch Church of England people are not happy with.
Yeah, but that's a little cancel culture statement, isn't it?
I don't blame him, Mo.
You're trying to defend him now.
No, I'm not defending him, but should we really be
renaming stuff?
Cancelling stuff?
Yeah, no, because it's a part of history, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah, and it's like everything about all the slaves and all that nonsense, and they'd be pushing all these statues into the rivers and.
Yeah, no, should keep them up. Definitely, I know. I don't want cancel culture.
I don't think they should try and erase history.
No, definitely not.
You can't anyway, can you?
Well, they're trying, aren't
they? You can't erase it, can you?
If you're going to erase it, it could happen all over again, can it?
It's getting a little bit, it's getting a bit crazy. I won't get too political or too divisive, but I was speaking to Nick Pope, the UFO guy on the show.
Yeah.
This was not on the interview. His wife is a famous anthropologist, archaeologist in America called Elizabeth Weiss. Okay, because he lives in America with her. And she's been cancelled at the moment by all these universities because she refuses to go along with the latest agenda. And when you find a skeleton now, what the archaeologists used to do is say, well, that's a male skeleton and that's a female skeleton because, physically that's what they are.
Yeah.
I'll have to do that now because the skeleton at the time we wouldn't know how they wanted to be identified.
Oh, fuck
so we're not allowed to say they're male.
No way.
Seriously.
Seriously,
crazy,
yeah. That's gone a bit too far now.
Oh.
They wouldn't know what they would have wanted. Fuck's sake,
they're fucking dead. Who cares?
Not being killed by a fucking mammoth or something.
Is that true? Is it?
That is true. Yeah.
Oh, I just can't believe that. That is totally off the chart.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It's crazy, and it's like, what do you say to that? Really, it's like,
where is it going? That's the problem.
I don't know. The trouble is, it's very difficult to have common sense because obviously, I don't want to be prejudicial towards certain communities, but then there is common sense and there is being decent.
There's common sense and there's nonsense, isn't there?
Well, no, this is it.
That's the problem.
Still treat people nicely.
Yeah, I mean, people can be whoever they want to be, but you can't determine. You can't take away the fact that there's a male and a female.
Oh no, I mean that's what's happening, isn't it? Well, physically, you're still born either a male or female at the moment. I mean, whether that changes or not, I don't know.
Yeah,
even they can say biologically they were male and biologically they were female. Yeah. Whether they felt that's something different, isn't it? So you can't deny the science, can you?
No, and it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit tricky when they start trying to tell children that you can identify whoever you want as you want. You're not necessarily male. You could be identified as a female. I don't really think kids should be
no, I don't either. Kids should be kids. Kids will grow up to be what they want to be.
Precisely, yeah.
Why would you want to influence a 2-year-old kid or even a 6-month-old baby even?
No, precisely, yeah.
I saw a post on Facebook the other day and it said, I'm looking for non-binary baby. Lovely non-binary baby names.
Oh, crikey.
Why?
Oh dear.
Why would you automatically why would you automatically assume that your baby wants to be non-binary anyway?
That's just people pushing their beliefs on their kids, isn't it?
What if that's their belief? How the fuck did they make a baby in the first place? Isn't it?
Yeah, it is tricky, and
I'm non-binary, or but I'm having a baby. Well, how did you get that inside you then? With my non-binary partner?
It was. I did a song on my last album about the whole pronoun thing, because now when you do emails, you have to put he, her, they, them, what.
Yeah. I don't.
There's a song called "Tonight I'm Going to Party Like I'm Pronoun 99." Yeah, but that's not. That's what people do. And, the thing is, if you make fun of stuff, like Stephen Fry gets into trouble, doesn't he? He's a decent bloke, you know what I mean? But even he gets into trouble for, making a joke or something.
Mm.
Everyone gets into trouble, don't they? We'll be in trouble now after this, I expect.
Well, precisely.
You're just not allowed to have a laugh anymore, are you? Which is a real shame. And
no.
Well, I think that's the crux of it, really. They're trying to kill everyone's sense of humour.
Yeah, and that's why there's so much fucking depression and anxiety, and because there's no release for it anymore.
And that's why there's more and more mental health problems, isn't there? Everybody's fucking suicidal now.
Yeah, and 2 years of lockdown doesn't help that either. But,
no, definitely not. No, I watched a good documentary the other day with. I'm a mega fan of Louis Theroux.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
And I know he probably done help himself, because there's always like a fun element to him as well. And I think a lot of factions and a lot of organizations wouldn't want to be interviewed by Louis, because they automatically think he's trying to take the mick out of him and debunk him or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think that's necessarily the case all the time with him, but I watched the one on the Scientology. I think I was on Netflix, and that was really, really interesting. I was. Yeah. Because they just didn't want to deal with him. They were refusing to speak to him, and he was trying to speak to celebrities that were part of the organization or belief system or whatever it was. Right. And everybody kind of like blackballed him and wouldn't deal with him.
It's got that crazy control, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that is about control, isn't it?
Mega, yeah.
Have you heard his song, Jiggle Jiggle, his rap?
No.
You haven't? My kids just love it. My kids were playing this song in the car. There's a little rap. Obviously, this white guy doing a rap. It's about, I'm 6'2" and a compact sitting in his Fiat. You really want to see it? Drinking Cabernet. It's hilarious. And he goes, "You know who that guy is?" "Oh, yes, Louis Theroux." "Do you know who Louis Theroux is?" "He's a filmmaker."
Yeah.
It's gone viral on TikTok. They're all listening to this Jiggle Jiggle song.
Is it a fairly recent thing he's done then? Is it a recent one?
I think it's a while ago. He must have done a documentary on hip hop or something, or gangster rap.
He did do one on rap, yeah. He did one on rap years and years ago,
yeah. His own thing, and someone's released it.
Oh, right, okay.
Hilarious. My kids.
Yeah, maybe because maybe it was in the documentary and they just nicked it off with a screensaver and put it out.
And that's the thing with him, see, is kind of like whenever he does it, he engrosses himself into it, doesn't he? Yeah. So, like, he become a rapper. He went into the porn industry and got himself a porn profile, had a naked photograph of himself, and tried to get jobs and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So in a way, he tries to understand what he's trying to learn about and what he's interviewing. But there's always that cheeky side of him as well, isn't there? People probably think, "Oh, he's just having a laugh and taking a mick out of me," really.
Yeah, there's a bit of tongue in cheek in it.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you go so far into something, you have to look at it with a tongue-in-cheek attitude. Otherwise, you drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
To be honest, you'd be worrying all the time, wouldn't
you? That's it.
You'd be like, because he's done I watched loads of his stuff like that.
Yeah, he's very good.
He is good. Yeah.
I can't wait to watch your series now, mate. So it's coming out this Thursday.
Yeah,
last Thursday.
Yeah, last Thursday.
When's we're really good at this now?
It's on Thursdays at 9 o'clock.
It's on Thursdays at 9 o'clock. Yeah.
It starts on the 1st of September, isn't it?
It won't be out by then, Dave. It's the fucking 30th today.
So it'll have to be on +1.
I just got time travel, Dave. You'll be all right, son.
Yes. Oh, I got a question as well. My mate, right? He's a massive fan of Dynamo, the magician.
Okay, yeah.
And he's adamant he's a time traveler because he said the stuff he does, he can only put it down that he could do it via time travel. That's what my mate believes.
I'll ask you Rigella, see what he thinks.
Yeah, because he is very, very good. He's a very good illusionist, isn't he, that Dynamo?
He went through the wall, didn't he? Through the border wall from Mexico to America. Did you see that one?
No.
Oh, no, I didn't see that one. But that's a really good...
Yeah, he actually, because it's like, it's actually, they call it a wall, but it's not really a wall. It's like big steel pillars, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And
he just walks through the gap end, doesn't he? I can do that.
But he was with a couple of guys, and he was talking to them and all, and they were like, la, 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 la. And the next thing you know, he was on the other side.
Really?
Right. Yeah, it's really good.
It's all the other shit he does, though, isn't it? When, like, he had that rapper's album, and he rubbed it and took the glasses off him. And he was like, well, there's no that photograph doesn't exist. Right? I mean, so he had sunglasses on the album cover and took the glasses off him when he rubbed them off and stuff.
Oh, wow.
That's some really cool stuff.
Yeah, he is good. But he went through a rough time as well, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, he got really sick.
Oh, right, okay.
And he was really ill because he disappeared. He disappeared for a few years. And he almost died. He did. He had something really wrong with him, with his I think he had like an intestinal disease or something.
All right, okay.
And
have a look at. Okay.
Go on.
Oh, right.
And he had to learn how to do everything again because he was that ill. He was close to death.
Really?
Yeah, he was out of it for a couple of years.
I'll read up on that. Maybe he came back from his particles going forward and back in time.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. That's what happened in the X-Files when they did it.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah, check out the time travelers on TikTok. There's loads of them keep appearing and saying.
I fucking deleted TikTok from my phone the other day. It keeps giving me these notifications.
Yeah.
I only get tits on mine.
Well, I've changed the password on yours because I couldn't get mine back up.
Oh, really?
I thought I was doing mine, but it was yours. And I was like, oh.
Are you doing my TikTok?
No, yeah, I was. Yeah, I was still trying to do mine, but I ended up changing yours. So I just deleted.
I wonder I get tits all the time, and it explains it now. It's all
Dave. There's no tits on my TikTok. And I've got like 300 followers, and you've only got about 40.
Yeah, they all got tits up.
All right then, mate. We'll let you get off.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you for that. Anyway.
Yeah. Good luck with the series, and I hope it goes well. And hopefully we'll see it on lots of different platforms as well.
Hopefully, yeah. Let you know. Yeah. Get you on the next series then.
Yeah. That'd be
man, yeah. Terry's got some weird ideas.
Wangle our way into a show.
You'd definitely be cancelled if we come on.
No, we need to be controversial, don't we? That's the.
We can be. Well, I can be controversial anyway.
Let's do it.
I'm sure.
Let's do a Louis Theroux.
So quickly then. So here we go. Loch Ness Monster. Real or false?
Real.
Bigfoot.
Real. Definitely real.
Yeah.
More real than Loch Ness. Yeah.
9/11.
Some conspiracy. So yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
And obviously the big one, moon landing.
That's what I was going to say.
Moon landing. I'm not entirely sure. I think there's something about the moon that's kept secret. That's what I'll say. And I think they did have a separate studio with some of the footage was shot from that studio and it was used as backup. And there's certain delays in transmission and things like that. And certain dialogue wasn't broadcast to the public.
Because they're just sending a rocket to the moon, aren't they?
Well, yeah, trying to, aren't they?
They're trying to, and they said it was a rehearsal for people to go to the moon. So if it's a rehearsal for people to go, they've never been before.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Maybe they meant a rehearsal for normal people like Elon Musk.
There's a few things that they've said in the statement about the rocket going to the moon, and they don't tie up with the.
I think we should try it with like all the shit bags in society. We should send up first and see if they get burnt through the Van Allen belts, and then we'll know when, won't we? So we'll use them as a test.
Excellent. Okay.
Radiation is nice and high.
Yeah. Okay.
As long as they don't come back.
So yeah, Boris, Trump, we can send them all up there.
all the dodgy wankers, yeah.
Let's get them all up there. See how confident they all are.
But yeah, Bigfoot's my favourite. I think Bigfoot's definitely real. I'm going to interview a guy in the next series about Bigfoot.
Oh, cool.
So that's definitely real. One of my
I reckon that's real as well.
Definitely, yeah. Okay.
All right, cool.
Why wouldn't it be? I think a Loch Ness monster. I want it to be real.
Yeah, me too. And that's part of my I want it to be real, but it's probably just a big eel or something. But yeah.
Yeah. Bit like Bigfoot. He's also a big eel.
He is a big eel.
Very good. Very good.
He's here all week, unfortunately.
I'm writing jokes for Pete K. Marley.
Oh, God. That's his career finished as well, bless him.
All right, guys, I better go, but thank you again.
All right, thanks, mate.
Yeah,
Thanks
it's awesome to see you, mate. And I hope it all goes well, and we'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, good luck.
Bye.
And we can't wait to be on the show.
Okay.
Yes.
Do it.
See you later. Bye.
See you, mate.
See you.